Hey, how's it going? I'm Bert. Oh, hey, I'm Bert. Wow, nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm a SQL developer. Really? Me too. It's cool. Hey everyone. Does that kind of interaction sound familiar to you? It's one that I have had numerous times before. Today I want to just basically talk about how to make friends from strangers that you might meet at a conference or at a training event, because this is something that I always really struggled with, right? Networking. Not something that comes naturally to me, not something where, I like small talk and chit chat, so I've kind of devised a plan on how I can have meaningful conversations with people that I just meet. So first, what I like to kind of tell myself is what a cool opportunity, right? That I have the chance to meet somebody from Tempe, Arizona, or Jacksonville, Florida, or Skokie, Illinois, right? I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, which is very different, I'm sure, than all those locations. So, it's usually easy to get started to kind of talk about what's special about where they're from, or what sessions did they go to today. But after that, if you're not really prepared, or you're not good at just being able to small talk, for maybe the duration of a lunch or for between sessions or something like that, it's good to be prepared with some questions to kind of keep the conversation going. And that's my trick, is just kind of in advance prepare some questions so that I can continue having interesting conversations with individuals that I meet. The key thing to remember is if there's a bunch of people sitting around a table with you and everyone's kind of staring down at their phones and not talking to each other, they're probably sharing the same feelings you are, right? And the best thing to do is kind of just fight through that shyness and ask some questions and learn about the cool people that are sitting around you, right? I mean, if you're at a conference or an event together, it probably means you share some similarities and are interested in the same kinds of things. So really take that opportunity to learn from, what other people may know. So like I said, before going to some kind of event where I know I'm going to be around people that I don't know, I like to kind of keep a few questions in my back pocket so that I can kind of pull them out and use them when conversations start to slow down. For example, one question I like asking a lot is, what's your favorite SQL Server war story, right? We've all been in the trenches, we've all been in that scenario where we get some 3 a.m. Pager call or a phone call where servers are on fire and we need to fix it. Everyone's got a great story to share, so I find that kind of question leads to really good discussion and people have a fun time sharing their own stories. Another great question I like asking, especially if I'm sitting at a table full of DBAs, is, what are your thoughts on ORMs or entity framework, right? If you ever want to get a group of quiet DBAs talking, just ask that. I guarantee you'll hear lots of fun stories about terrible SQL code getting generated by ORMs. That's really the key, right? These questions are kind of open-ended. You don't want to just ask a yes or no question. You want to be sure to share your own stories first, right? No one wants to be interrogated. But if you have a funny story about when you were up for 48 hours fixing a SQL Server instance, or how you had to drive halfway across the country to go fix some issue that's in your server location itself, and no one else was available to do it, right? I mean, those are awesome stories, and they're great to hear. So I've compiled a list of 10 questions that I kind of keep in the back of my mind to pull out whenever I feel like a conversation's slowing down. I've linked to them in my blog post below, so you can kind of read them and check them out on your own, and feel free to use them. And this is just one technique, right? You're not going to become a social butterfly overnight. I definitely didn't. I'm still not a social butterfly. I don't think I'll ever get to that point, but I've definitely become more comfortable speaking to new people by just being interested in them and interesting in the stories that they have to share. And so with something like this, right, the more you do it, the more it's not going to feel like you're just pulling out a memorized question, which, by the way, no one will know that you're memorizing questions in advance. But the more you do it, the more practice you get. Practice makes perfect, and over time this will become a more and more natural process. And I'll be at Past Summit next week, so if I see you around, let's talk shop, and always love meeting new people. If you enjoy these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks.